Hey guys, what is up? The NeoCubist here. Welcome to episode 13 of my Minecraft Skyblock Let's Play on my server, RainyDay.gg. Thank you guys so much for the amazing season so far. Keep in mind that it's still very close to the beginning of the season. So we launched on the 11th, so it's been a little bit over 20 days. And things are going very well. So thank you guys for the massive support. Make sure if you do log into the server, you are doing /vote and clicking on this link right here and submitting your username on these vote websites. Very easy to do, and you get a bunch of free stuff. Okay, and these votes should be rolling in. Look at that. Very easy, very quick to do, and it's definitely worth the free stuff that you get. We're getting close to getting our tornado key, and then we will be getting 1,300 cloud coins once we get to 100 votes, which I'm super excited about. And we should have all of our spins now. Getting a bunch of iron stuff, which, you know, admittedly at this point isn't too good, but mainly what you're going for are these vote rewards, these cloud coins right here. So, we're going to auction this for $1. Yes, confirm. I know I'm losing money when I do that stuff, but people on the server like to buy it. But yeah, the moss farm, I've been using it quite a bit. So this is an incredible design. And we have a good bit of moss. Honestly, if we take out all the moss that's in here, well, we have more than we can actually fit in our inventory, which is pretty good, I'd say. We'll just store it up here for now. We've used almost all the andesite that we have. These things I will keep for decoration because they look really cool. But I think you guys can kind of guess what we're going to be doing today. So the whole purpose of getting this moss was so that I can build little islands for all of my builds, right? We also need to build something around this thing. I don't know if we'll do that today, but I for sure want to have islands going around all of these builds because looking at them from the bottom, they just look kind of weird, and I don't really like that. So I don't know if we want to do it like in line like this, or we want it to be one block down. I think we kind of want it to be like one block down. Like this would just be kind of like the platform or something. So first of all, we need to figure out like how big that's going to be. The only problem being is that over here, we can only go out 2, but I guess that's fine. And I don't want them to be, like even, if that makes sense. I want them to be like a proper kind of like island instead of it being like a perfect circle or something like that. I want them to feel like it at least like they're somewhat organic, if that makes sense. I know I'm kind of butchering it here, but you know, making them look like actual proper islands. So we'll do something like that, and then we'll just kind of, you know, have to shape it a little bit by hand, but it's really not that big of a deal. So let me fill this in. I'm really excited to get the cloud coins when I get to 100. I'm really hoping that while I'm on vacation, I remember. So we're on, today is the 23rd of December, and I think you're seeing this on the 4th of January in the year 2025. Hopefully, hopefully everything went well in the New Year's, you know. I mean, it's, you know, a new year, you know, you never know what can happen, I guess. Like, maybe the world ends, but probably not. I don't think so. That would be kind of terrible. I guess you guys wouldn't end up seeing this video anyways, would you? But yeah, I've had a lot of fun this season. I hope you guys have been too. Still lots to come. Sorry about the delayed uploads, but like I said, I mean, I'm out of town for like around like 2 weeks straight. So I had to record these and have a little bit of a gap, but I hope you guys understand. I don't know, did I collect from my Sprite recently? I did. Okay, so there's 800 bucks in there. I feel like that's where I'm getting a good bit of my money right now because I'm not being very efficient about how I'm playing. Like, I spent most of the time between these episodes gathering moss, and let me fill this thing in because I look at it right now and I'm like, oh, this doesn't really look like an island. We also need to kind of figure out like what we're gonna put under the moss because ideally there would be some sort of block under it, you know, because it's like an island. I don't want to make like, I don't want to end up building like a mega build under each one of these. It's like an upside down mountain size thing. But I feel like just a little bit of stone would be nice or something. Maybe some tough, smooth tough, not tough brick, but smooth tough since it looks kind of like a, you know, sort of like stone. Okay, so let's look at this shape because, you know, we'll probably end up changing the shapes admittedly, but just kind of want to look at it for a second. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I would just say that it's a little bit too big this way. So one cool thing about moss is you can break it very quickly, very quickly with an iron hoe. And we have one right here. And I say we go up into our wizard tower and we enchant with just a little bit of lapis. And plus, if we have, you know, extra room around our builds, we can add things like little trees and stuff like that and actually make it look like a proper I don't know what it looks like a proper version of, but it'll look good. Okay, efficiency 4 is great, but I need unbreaking, so we've used... Oh, I broke my sword. That is one thing I did. So I made the Castle Defender 2. Rest in peace. It's a lot better. I didn't realize, but the other one, I was breaking bamboo with the other one, trying to get bone meal. And, yeah, rest in peace. It is completely gone. But we still have our Sea Storm Miner from the beginning, which is good, but... Yeah, there we go. Efficiency 4 and breaking 3. You don't really need efficiency for moss, but this will definitely insta-break it now. And, you know, with the unbreaking, that's nice too. I have so much lapis. So I was going to say it's a little bit thick in the front. So let's just, like, carve it off a little bit like that. Maybe. I think that'll probably look better. And we don't lose any moss because of feet drops. Thanks, Scout. Scout should be back now, by the way. If this comes out on the 4th, I think he gets back either today or the next day. I'm not really sure. But he'll be back with you guys very shortly. Okay, that looks good to me. And now, like I said, I don't know what material we're going to put under this to make it look like an island, I guess. God, this is the tricky part, because we do have a good bit of tough. And we could use tough, or we could use polished tough. One of the two, I don't know, but we're gonna take out all our tough. That means we're pretty tough on our tough supply. You know, we're not gonna have a whole lot to work with here. I feel like this, because it has like a border around it, would look a little bit worse than like this. I actually like the polished tough a little bit more. I don't know why, but it seems more like a stone block. Tough was always kind of tough to work with. I'm sorry, I'll stop, but. I never really liked the look of just tough, but I think polished tough looks quite nice. So we'll just make all of this into polished tough. Okay, we have one extra. We don't need that. And I don't know, like, should this thing be even all the way around? Or should there be areas that have, like, a little bit of overhang? I don't know. I've not built, like, a ton of floating islands. It's kind of, like, overhangs is in, like, that, right? I don't think so. I think for these specifically, maybe not. But if you were building them much larger, then I would say yes. But that's one of those things that's just kind of tricky. Also, this is way too, like, long of one row. Let's do this. We're not going to build all these floating islands on camera, but I thought I'd build at least the first one. And, like, for example, I don't think I'm going to fill in, like, you know, the whole area under there, because we're going to be going, like, down a layer, I think. Right? I don't know. This is where I did. It's tricky, right? Do I want to make it look like an actual floating island and have it like go down into the center like this, and then connect all of them all the way around? Yeah, I kind of do, but I don't want to make it be too extreme. So the best way I've found to do this, at least with floating-esque islands, is like do this, kind of fly towards the center, and then you'll just kind of naturally find the center. You just do it in a bunch of spots like this. It doesn't need to be completely even or anything, but like, you know, something like this, right? And then maybe do a diagonal one here. So if you're gonna build floating islands, this is a great tutorial here. I am explaining it so well, but you basically just build to the center from every point like this, right? And then you just kind of connect it in between like this. But again, don't make it even. Don't make it even. Just kind of randomly place them where there's no air holes in between. And look, maybe we'll end up with a flying wizard tower. So let me do this all the way around. I'll just kind of fill it in like I've been doing. And then we'll come back in just a bit when I am done. And we shall see our results. And we'll have to make the bottom kind of pointy, because that always looks nice on like a floating island. I don't know why, but it just does. So we're not gonna argue. And you can always go around and shape things. Like if this looks weird, you know, that looks weird. You can just add a few blocks here and there. And it generally isn't too difficult, I don't think. I think I was making this way more difficult in my head. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so I filled in all the... Oh! I almost filled in all the area. I'm going to turn on night vision, just so that it makes it a little bit easier for you guys to see. And like I said, you're going to want to shape things, because it's not going to end up being the perfect shape the first time. Because, you know, like, obviously that looks a little bit weird. And, like, over here, it feels like there's not enough, like, thickness to it. So you just kind of go down to here, and you add that. And like I said, maybe not... maybe that's the right amount of pointiness. I don't know. But I'll just have to go around and kind of shape this, because it's not, like, an easy process. I think that's why I was afraid to do this. But now it looks like there's a floating island there. And, like, I'm looking at it from above, right? And this is obviously, that's, like, off. That looks a little bit weird. But for the most part, everything else looks generally pretty good. I should not have done what I did there. There we go. Okay. And then it's definitely a little bit too pointy, so we'll take away that. But that should be good. Something like that, guys. And now we have a floating island. Yeah. Over here is a little bit weird from this angle. But hey, you know what? We can't really see it from this angle, so it doesn't matter. But this is the weird part for me now. See, oh, I thought I was out of it. I was like, no, see, I'm already out of it. But no, we're good. It was this part's a little bit rough looking. A little tough looking, if you will. Okay, so something like that. And then since we have a bunch of wood, I'm going to not look at it for a second. That's kind of one thing I do with builds is I will go away from them for like a little bit. And then I'll come back and look at it again and assess whether or not it looks good. Because if you just stare at something, you're going to like just... Basically, your eyes are going to focus on imperfections. I got taught that when I was first starting to build, like... I said like 15 years ago. I sound so old, but... it was honestly probably like 15 years ago. There was a guy named Fancy Blue Pants. He was like, Neo, stop building. Stop building. Let's go look at something else. And then we'll go back and we look at it. And we go back and look at it. Looks pretty good. Like, it's not the best thing in the world. I'm not trying to claim I'm some, like, god tier builder or anything by any stretch of the imagination. But it looks good. Okay? I've never claimed to be the best builder in the world. And I never will. But I do know how to make things look good, I think. At least a little bit. A little bit. So I'm going to make some tough brick slabs, and we'll put those around here just in case you don't land properly on the little platform out front. Maybe you want to have some slabs. What am I seeing in my recipes? Oh, it's all the doors. I was like, what is this pink thing flashing? Though, just in case you don't land squarely, you can go like this. Easy peasy. Not bad. I think that's pretty good for our first. And then obviously we're going to grow like a tree. And maybe plant some flowers. Maybe do a little park swinging bench thing. Are we going a little extreme there, Neo? Maybe, but that's okay. Not a bad thing to go extreme sometimes. I want to make it look really good. I think we'll put the top in here because we don't need that right now. Oh. Okay, let me grab some stuff. Okay, I'm just cooking up a little bit of charcoal here so that we can make ourselves. Please tell me I remember the recipe from Google Images. Yeah, let's go. Make a little campfire. Some stuff for some benches. And we should be good. I think that's it. We just need something to grow some trees with. I don't know if I want to do an oak tree or what kind of tree I want to do. I guess that would be in my live chest. Because, yeah, we definitely did not unlock... Oh, but we could, you know what we could do? We could do the azalea trees. Those look pretty neat. It's a matter of, will it grow away from my wizard tower or towards it? Because if it grows towards it, then I guess we can just break it pretty quick. And it's not that big of a deal. But if it grows away from it, then we're good. It's kind of luck of the draw, honestly. Okay, cool. So now we're just going to, can we just bone meal this? And just give it like some life? Just a little bit of life? Obviously, you guys know my deal with this. Any too high grass is going to be quickly eradicated because it's ugly. Go away, too high grass. Nobody loves you. I'm serious. Nobody. Nobody. Okay. And then maybe we'll just try to grow it right there. That's where nature wanted to put it. See, I feel like that's a little too close to home. So let's break that. I guess nature wanted to put it there, but nature does want to kind of overtake everything and put it back to how it was. Where is my axe? That is one thing I'm concerned about. I have no idea. Did I put it in my PV1? Okay. A tree destroyer 9000 in my PV1. Got it. Why I put it there? No clue. But it's in my PV1. And we do still have this hoe, which is nice. We can break these leaves very quickly. So that we can reset this and hopefully we get it in a better position. Because yeah, this is just a little bit awkward of a positioning, I would say. It doesn't work. Not conducive to our goal here. And now it's rooted dirt. Now it's rooted dirt. That actually looks pretty good. But there's no rooted dirt anywhere else. So, okay. So, oh, I kind of like the rooted dirt though, man. Over 3 sticks? Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. Maybe put it right here. Now, please grow away from the wizard tower. Everyone in your head, say in your head, away from the wizard tower. Let's see what it does. Perfect. Yes. It didn't grow like perfect direction, but who cares? That's perfect. And then we'll do one over here, away from the wizard tower. I actually don't mind it like that. I think that's pretty good. And then over here, I don't know why, but I wanted to do, because I saw Amelia did one, and it looked pretty good. So we're going to do some, like, some mud brick here, and it's a little tricky because the fence here, so we're just going to pretend that there's not fence there, and it would start right there. That's perfect. Nobody will know except for us. There's a 2-block space in between, so that makes this super duper difficult, but it's actually fine, maybe? I don't know. You know what? This obviously can't be a swinging park bench. That's just not going to work. But we can make something pretty. And, you know, something pretty also is good. So we'll do this. Put some trapdoors on it. What is this? I have no idea. Do not ask me because I just don't know. I legitimately have no idea. This is going to be our little campground area. And you know what? We're going to put a chair right here and right here. Now we have a chair. This is where you sit. Now you can use signs or you can use trapdoors. Some people argue one looks better than the other. It doesn't matter. Okay, and then if you wanted to, you know, you could take a little bit of stuff for texturing, and you could take these buttons and you could throw those on the back. It doesn't really matter. Cool. So this feels a lot more cozy than what was here before, right? Like this is kind of what I envisioned in my head. This one will be easy to build because little baby size. This one might be a little tricky because the islands look closer. We may move this machine over to there. It's just we need a bigger island because this is our edge. Also, we can't really build an island for this one yet because, well, the edge is right here and we don't want to make the island have a square side. This thing we can for sure build an island for. It's just a matter of, do we have enough moss? Like realistically, not really, but we could try. We can try. And I don't think I want to build all of them on camera because it's really slow. So maybe I'll build the actual tough part of it and then come back. I feel like I want to keep this stuff out because this is like, you know, texturing stuff. I'm saying that in my head, and I'm gonna put this stuff in a chest, and then we're just never going to we're never gonna get it back, are we? I'm just kidding. We'll definitely get it back. This is the stuff I'm using for texturing. I'm marking this in my head. Texturing. Nothing else. Don't leave this here. Don't let me leave it there. Get me in the comments, you know. Tell me, Neo, you said you wouldn't leave that there. What's up, dude? Why are you leaving stuff? So we'll do the little baby one for now, because again, I don't think I have enough. Okay, we have some moss in there. I don't think I have enough tough for the rest of it. Wait. IS Warp Castle. I took all the andesite out of here, so I guess in my head I was like, oh, there's no tough in here. There should be tons of tough in here. I mean, not tons, but there should be a good bit, because I only took andesite out of here. And then after we've taken the tough out, oh, yay, okay, good. I'm actually really happy about that. So we'll take all this out. Everything else we can go ahead and sell. Like, we just don't need any of that stuff. So that's why I put this here. Okay. Thank you, sir. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know how much money that was. 300, 300. Nice. Not bad, actually. We went from like 8 to 10,000. And I put this right here just because it's like easy access. Easy peasy access. Oh, heck yes, dude. Let's go. Okay, so now we have a bunch of smooth tough, or whatever it's called, polished tough. And did I have extra moss in here? Okay, don't tell me this is all the moss that I have. I don't know if this is enough. But the question is, do you need moss under the build? Like, right, if I didn't put moss under here, you would never know. Also, isn't this kind of like a cave under here? kind of want to go down in there. Ah, okay, yeah, we could hide something in here. I don't know what, but we could. Also, you could... Yeah, the secret of the chair. Can you find it? You know what? We'll just leave that there. We'll leave that there. Maybe nobody will find it. We're going to craft a crafting table so that I can do something. We'll put the crafting table over here. Sure. I mean, crafting tables look good in Minecraft. They really don't look out of place. So I don't think so. And then we're going to take a sign just to hide this even more. Yeah, right? Nobody will suspect that. This is a normal chair, okay? Don't go over here and get stuck in here. Well, I guess if you get over here, you can fly, so maybe you won't get stuck. Okay, I'm getting off topic, getting off track. Mini castle, this will be pretty easy to do, I think. So we just kind of need to build a circle around it. Doesn't need to be too big. Something like this. Again, I'm not going for perfection here, just a circle shape. I don't know how close to a circle this one is, but it's something. It's circular. It's elliptical. I guess technically anything that's not a perfect circle is an elliptical shape. Is that how that works? I don't know. I can't math. I don't know anything about math. I was actually decent in geometry, which is really weird because usually that's like a class people always say is really hard, but I didn't find proofs that difficult. I don't know why. Out of everything in school, everyone was like, geometry, dude, it's going to get you. You're going to get to high school, and if you don't pay attention in math, which I didn't, and I still regret that to this day. I had to take, so my major that I never actually finished was in general business. And I had to take basically watered down Calculus 1. It was called Business Calc, so it was like easy Calc 1. And I had to take that class, I kid you not, 3 times before I passed it. And I think the only reason I passed it, it's kind of a funny story. The only reason I passed it was because I'm pretty sure the professor had taken an interest in me in a romantic way. And, I was 18, but she was a lot older. And so, I passed the class. Nothing happened or anything, but I did pass the class, which is good. I think that definitely helped. Don't know why that was the case, but it was very odd. Like that was definitely one of the weirder things that had happened in my life. Definitely pretty odd. Okay, the Christmas tree. Christmas is over. I mean, not technically. It hasn't even happened yet. But for those of you watching, it's over. New Year's is over. Everything is boring now. Not really, but Christmas is over for you guys. For me, like I said, it's still the 23rd, so it hasn't happened yet. So I'm still in the holiday spirit. So it's killing me truly to take down this beautiful Christmas tree. And we're saving a little bit of moss by doing that. Okay, and now I'm going to do the same kind of thing. I'll come back when I'm done. I just got to... it's a little close to the castle. It's funny that this little tiny build, which is technically bigger in footprint, I guess, is getting like the same sized island. I don't know. I like it, though. I think this makes it look a lot better. I think this definitely makes it look a lot better. But yeah, let me get this done, and I'll come back when I am done. I'm so happy I found this extra tough, man. I was at the point where I was like, I don't want to grind for like an hour and get all this tough. But, especially when I'm in the recording mood, because I'll get in these moods where I'm like, I'm ready to record, if that makes sense. And I don't want to do something like an hour and make it take longer and then I lose motivation or something like that. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I'm also just kind of a weird dude. I got weird tendencies and like with work and stuff like that. Okay, I said I'd come back. I'm sorry. Let me press F12 to end the recording. Okay, so I tried to make this one like a little more shallow in a way, just because I didn't want it getting super close. It actually ends up kind of framing nicely in between the little turrets right there. I'm sure there's still a few things I've got to go in here and fix, but for the most part, I think this shape looks pretty good. It's definitely a little less like rough down here, I'd say. It needs like a little more, like this right here is like too like pyramid shaped, if that makes sense. So I'll go in here and I'll like, add some things that are offset like this, and just make it look a little bit rougher like that. And that'll make it, look more, I guess, organic in a way. I don't know. These things are so like just random that it doesn't really matter. Basically, whatever looks good to you looks good. There's not real floating islands in real life. So it's one can only, think that's how something is supposed to look. Now over here, it's just kind of really messed up. Actually, I'm not sure what happened over here. It's like I didn't add enough material. Kind of weird looking. So we'll just go in here and kind of thicken it up at the bottom, and hopefully it'll... Maybe this one has one that goes off over here, right? Like it's going to be random. I think that looks really good, actually. And then it looks nice over here now. Okay. And then we'll kind of roughen this up because, again, I said it looks too much like a pyramid. It's easy to do. You just kind of add little, like, bits and bobs here and there. There we go. Now it looks completely different. Okay, cool. So we're going to do the same kind of thing, same treatment here with giving it a little bit of biology, a little bit of flora, a little bit of fauna. Flora only, no fauna here. I think fauna is plants, flora, or animals, which we definitely are not going to add. No animals here. And then we need fence. Okay. I don't think we're going to add a little nice swing set to this one. Unfortunately, I don't think that'll necessarily fit. So, no swing set. I'm very sorry if that disappoints you. I'm so sorry, but I don't feel like this is one that really needs one. Since this is kind of a, you know, a spooky mob castle. And I saw you. Yeah, I saw you, buddy. Technically, it's not out of place, but sort of. Okay, so we got the fence. And now we need to add a little bit of aliveness-tivity to it. Oh, see, this one's doing a lot more of these little flowers, which I love. Okay, and then anything too high, you know the drill. For those of you who maybe just found me through this series, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed, I'd appreciate it. I think in the last year, I've just lost like 3,000 subscribers. I have not grown at all, but to be fair, I haven't been the best about posting, so that's my own fault. Okay, so what does that do? It's a little close to the tower, but I'll let it slide. That one is perfect. And then I feel like we need one more maybe over here. Yeah, that looks good to me. Yes, this thing looks so much more alive. Now, I think we should have like a proper entrance now. Granted, it's a little odd that this is lining up perfectly, but maybe we'll just take some tough slabs like this, and we'll just have like a little entrance in the front. I know this is where my anvil and my crafting table are. Oh, so we'll just move those over. Yeah, I'm gonna pick these up. Oh, that's so many rabbit spawners. I forgot how many of those I bought. Okay, you guys are gonna have to get out of this. We're gonna put them right here. That should be good. And all you gotta do is just crouch and then click, and you can stack them on top of each other. Ideally, these would be facing the other way, but it doesn't really matter. That's not super important. And then we could just build a little bit of an entrance like this. So something like that. No one will know. No one will know. I kind of like it like that. Except not like that. Okay. What in the world? This just in. The Neocubist can't build basic entrance. Will he quit YouTube forever? You know what? It is perfectly fine. It is perfectly fine. I think I'm thinking a little bit too hard about this, but I always like things to look good. Okay, there we go. Nice and easy. The only problem is going to be that people are going to try to troll me, and they're going to try to push my animals out of here, so we're going to have to do something about that, like putting some trapdoors in the entrance, because I know better. At this point, I know better. I'm just going to have to remember to close these every time, but it's not that big of a deal. But I still feel like I'm going to come back and people have pushed my animals off, so we'll have to just kind of find out, I suppose. We could also put maybe, like... no, I think it'll be fine. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried about it. But like I said, I don't really think it would fit to have like a swing set there, so we're not going to do it on that side. Okay, let's put everything back up. Let's take a little snack break here. Yum, yum. And I guess I've got to do the big boy now. This one's a little tricky because it needs to like go down from the edges and go beneath this thing. So this one's going to be like massive. And I definitely don't have enough polished stuff for that, but we can at least start it. Actually, we don't have enough moss. That's all of our moss. Ooh, yeah, that's like all of our moss. Well, I guess I'm going to be using my moss farm. So the cool thing is that if I need to get more moss. Oh, and by the way, I did reach the next crop, I believe. I think, right? Yeah, we unlocked cactus. I remember I finished that. So we could build a cactus farm. I think it would be wise, at least to start that. We don't have to necessarily like build a farm right now, but let's at least buy 64 cactus. And oh, we just sold everything out of the. Oh no! And then we smelted all of our sand into glass. No. Okay. New plan. We're going to. Okay, we still have a few stacks. The rest of it's cut sandstone, I believe. Yes. Okay, so we can still make a little bit of sand. Okay, and we're just gonna start growing this like. I don't know, because I'm gonna be sitting AFK when I'm on vacation, so I almost want to build like a little cheeky thing, something. We don't have any chunk collectors though, do we? No, dang it, we don't. How much would a crop chunk collector be on AH? It's gonna look like an anvil. That's a mob chunk collector's 30k. Oh, Deanna's playing, nice. That's 30k though Fish chunk collector. Yeah, fish chunk. Nah, there's none. Wow. The auction house is going crazy though. People are buying everything. There's only 300 bucks a stack. Yeah, I mean, might as well buy it. I mean, we do really need it, so 300 bucks is a fair price. I mean, if I had to price it, and I, knew there was a little $25 listing fee, that is more than okay, I think. I'm not upset about that. Also, can we ever claim anything? No. Okay, we didn't. I couldn't remember if we had tried to sell anything for like a stupid price that never sold. I just honestly could not remember. But yeah, I'm gonna make like a little tiny automatic cactus farm. This is not like really part of the episode. This is just something I wanted to build because I want to just get a little bit of automatic cactus, like a little bit. So we'll take some fence. We'll take some water buckets, which should be here. I think honestly the only water that we have is up here, funnily enough. And then I'll literally just take some fence from this chest here. And we'll use that to break the cactus. And we'll just put it up here. Because we have a lot of room up here. And that kind of works out, honestly. So we'll just do a couple of rows like this. Again, nothing super serious. I don't need you guys in my ear telling me how bad this is. This is not supposed to be something crazy. Okay, this is just a little cheeky cactus farm. A little something. Just a little something. And we're going to have to use some sort of like block to block this stuff. We also need some hoppers. We don't have any hoppers? I don't think that's right. Yes, we have some hoppers in here. And yeah, why not? We'll use some. No, those are really expensive. Why would I use those? I was going to say I'll just use some trapdoors. We'll use some oak wood. I know this is going to look very ugly. I know, trust me. But again, this is literally just for temporary reasons, okay? So this is going to be the water channel here. And it's going to go down to a hopper that'll be in our ceiling. Whoops. It's okay. It's okay. It'll be fine. And then the chest will be like right here. And then we'll just put a few hoppers on top. Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Okay. And then it needs to be one block over, actually. Oh, no. We're going to have to remember where everything went here. Oh, no. Now our hoppers are gone. Rest in peace. We're failing. Quickly. Help. It's okay. We'll put the chest right here. Maybe we'll want to make the chest bigger. I don't know. Okay, this is cracking me up, dude. This is not... this is definitely not the ideal method for doing this, for sure. But also, all of these need to be like one block up. Because otherwise, they're going to be... Yeah, they need to be one block up. And where is my shovel? I don't know. So we could go grab it. We have half of these closed up, but it's okay. It'll still work. It'll still work. Our shovel is almost broken. This just in. Neo's shovel is almost broken. Just want to make sure I'm putting these back in the right spot. Okay. Let me replace these with wood real quick. And then we'll put the sand on top of it. Just because I know that for the canals, we're going to want to have a little bit of space. Man, I haven't built like a little cactus farm in a while. I want to build a really compact one. That's why I was looking for the crop chunk collector so that we could do like a Neo Network style farm, like a big one. Okay, so something like this, and then this should be fine back here. Don't tell me we're running out of wood and we got to go back downstairs 3 feet away and grab wood. Don't tell me I have to do that. I'm going to be so angry. Okay, and then we'll put like water in between these. I know this is like confusing. You're probably like, dude, what are you building? This is the simplest cactus farm in the world. It's not going to produce a lot, but we'll come back to having a double chest full of cactus, which will very, very, very much so help us in building a bigger one. Maybe we want it to be a little bit higher too, just so that the cactus doesn't just land on this little rim here. Wow, this is turning into quite the ugly duckling of a build. It's not the best looking thing in the world, but she should function, I think. Okay, so the idea is that the cactus will grow into the fence. I don't remember exactly the pattern. I do know I want to put these up here just so that I have a place to put the fence. And then we'll plant the cactus here just so it'll start growing so we can, watch it and make sure it works. Okay. Now also, I don't know, like if I put water here, like all the way across, is that gonna like make it not work. Yeah, that has like a little blank spot in between every one. But is that any different than if I was to put a block here? You know what I mean? And have the water, like, it would still be technically a blank spot there. So we might as well just do it like this and save us, you know, a few blocks. Not really a big deal. It ain't ideal, but she'll have to do. Okay, so this is actually kind of cracking me up. Why is the one on the edge being all weird? Like having like half diagonal blocks, and none of the other ones are. Oh, the one on the edge is like that too. Interesting. Wow, we're gonna have to break out this entire row here. Rest in peace, roof. I think we'll be able to remember that this was supposed to be. How much? I wish we knew how many hoppers are in our limit, because like. Ideally, that would be best. That way we don't have to put water in our ceiling and like lose a bunch of stuff. Let me craft a few more hoppers. I think we'll just go up here and grab these. And then we have chests, so we can make them. And I think we should be able to make enough, yeah. Now, is this enough? 8 hoppers. I hope it's within our hopper limit, because I'm not buying another hopper limit upgrade right now. That is not something I need to be doing. So let's break these. Okay. Break that one. Let's be as efficient about it as possible. Please. Please. Yes! Okay, we have the hopper limit. It should go into that chest, and then we can put, you know, kind of necessary, but we could put that there. Now, the reason I put these here is just so that we can, you know, this isn't the most efficient way to do it, obviously. We could just break the ones in between, but I'm just trying to build, like, the easiest, quickest one. There we go. Okay, so now all the cactus, whenever it, you know, tries to grow, it'll break. It'll, you know, maybe land in there, but hopefully like 75% of the time land in the water right there and end up in that chest. So, should work. We'll go ahead and sell the rest. That's how confident I am in this thing. We're going to sell all that cactus that we spent all that money on. Was that the smartest move? No, I mean, definitely not, but hopefully it'll work out in our favor. Wow, this is just our dump chest now, isn't it? Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be smart. I'm going to go put this stuff back up because I know we don't need that. I'm going to organize. I'll be back. Okay, so now for the big boy. This one's definitely going to be... I mean, it's definitely just going to be the biggest one. So I guess we'll just start like this. Just make sure we're going out a little bit so it makes it kind of a circle. I don't know how close to the edge this one is. It's the only concern I have. Like how... Okay, so we can go out to there. Oh, we're not even close to the edge, but you know what? We'll make it work. See, it worked out. Kinda. We can go out one more. Yep, just like that. And then go back in. Start cutting it close. And then turn it sharp. Oh, please tell me this is going to look okay. Oh, no. It's a little close to the wizard tower, I'd say. Just a little closer. That's all I was saying. Cut it sharp, because I did not want it to interfere with the roof there. That's one thing we're just gonna have to make the island a little bit small on one side. I don't care. I'm not compromising that roof, dude. I'm so proud of this build. Turn it real sharp here. Have it go over a little bit. You know, a little bit is okay. And then have it come right back. Something like that. Okay. I think that's a decent shape. This one, like I said, is going to be absolutely massive. I still think even with the moss that we just bought, like obviously that's not going to be enough. So we will at least place enough. I'll see how far I can get filling it in and I'll come back, but it's not going to be very far. I just warn you now. Okay, so I'm not shortening it because I like ran out. I'm shortening it because it was so much bigger than it needed to be that there was no point in making it as big as I was making it. Like it was just going to be a waste. Like we're definitely not still going to have enough, but it was like huge out here. And like, while I think that's cool and all, it looked a little weird just because it was too big. Like the front was way like wider than the back, and I don't know. Something didn't totally look right with it. So I'm just kind of, you know, modifying that a little bit. And I think it's going to be kind of the same story with the back. Like the back does not need to be this big. I don't really know what I was doing here. Like we could honestly make it like this big and just like call it good. Like, you know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to be, it doesn't need to jut out this far. we're not really going to be running around out here anyways. This is just like purely a floating island. And if honestly you were building a structure like this, you would find the perfect sized island and then kind of fit it there. Like that's still more than enough room. It's still like 3 or 4 blocks around the edge. But yeah, I mean, maybe now we'll actually have enough. I mean, that wasn't the intention. I wasn't just like being lazy and being like, I'm just going to cut the island and not make it as cool. But it was too big. It would have looked like bigger. I mean, to be honest, this castle is better looking than our main castle. Let's be real. I mean, the main castle's good, but it's not like this. You know, it's not like the rocket ship castle that we did make in the end look good. But obviously, when we first built it, it looked a little odd, to say the least. So will we have enough to fill this in? I mean, we have 47 moss left. Surely there's some moss on the auction house somewhere. And if not, I'm sure we can make a deal with somebody. Find a moss supplier out here to grab another stack or two. Because, yeah, we only need like a little bit more. So let's go in the auction house. What is the moss looking like here? Bro, come on. 50 bucks? What is it, 10? But like, bruh, come on. Right? There's no way that people try to sell like some moss like that, bro. Come on. Make this a little bit smaller just because, you know. Trying to make sure that we're not getting, yeah, too close. Like I said, I mean, the front, like, still here, it just looks a little weird, doesn't it? That's what I mean. It was like, it's like it was too wide in so many places. Okay, please. Honestly, we'll probably still shave it, even though we have enough now, which is great. But there's still, like, let's look at it from above and just see. Is there any, you know, and I want it to be, you know, organically shaped. I think it's fine now. I think it's fine now. Like, even here, it's, like, jutting out pretty far. That's okay. That's okay. That's in the front of the castle. That'll work. Okay, now for the difficult part on this one. And we're definitely not going to have enough tuff for this, which is fine. But now we get to build. You know, you thought these were fun. I mean, these do look really good though, right? Like, let me know in the comments. I'm actually really happy with how these turned out. They look like a proper floating island. This one is on another scale. You know, those took like maybe 10 minutes a piece to build. This one's going to take probably 30 minutes, maybe an hour. I don't know. I'm kind of dreading finding out, only because I know I'm going to have to go get more tuff in the middle, but I'll do that. I don't mind going and mining a little bit, or, you know, making a deal with someone to buy some tuff. I don't really think that'll be that difficult, but let's at least line it out on, I want to line it out and get a few of those, like, I don't know, frame lines built on camera, just to kind of show the scale. I mean, you can kind of tell the scale based on how long it's taking me to do just this. Okay. And then we'll start on, like, one of the sides over here, and we'll just kind of go down to the middle, kind of in the same angle we've been going in, like this. Okay, right down to the center, like that. Okay, and then the same kind of thing over here. Yeah, like that. Okay. And then you want to just, like, do a diagonal one. So I just kind of, like, find where the, you know, middle, say middle with air quotes, because it doesn't really need to be the middle, but something like this. I just click really fast and kind of press shift every once in a while to go down an elevation. And you can kind of connect those. But yeah, this is going to be pretty big, if this gives you any idea. Okay, this will be fun. I'll see you guys in a bit. Aw, dude, we are literally so close to being done. It's so crazy. So we got most of it. This thing's looking pretty good. It's definitely really big. I'm glad I made it, like, more shallow and not as steep as these, just because we would have run out of tuff way quicker. It looks good. It's just, you know, obviously it's going to have some things change, but, you know, and there's a few holes there, here and there, but we only need a little bit more, which is not that big of a deal. And maybe, just maybe, there's some, like, I don't know, grasping for straws here. Did somehow the hoppers have stuff in them? Yes, they did. Okay, so there's some tuff in there. You see, the hoppers, like, have a little bit of stuff that gets left in them. And so I'm guessing, how is there a lapis block in there, though? Because I don't have silk touch. How could that even be in there? I don't know. There's another one, though, so it has to spawn somehow. So we actually do have enough, which is nice. I was overestimating this by quite a bit. Obviously, if we had to fill this in, right, it would take a lot more. But you can see where I took a little few creative liberties. Or we could gather a little bit more from in here if we needed to. You know, if we were really hurting bad for it. But now these little open air holes, now obviously it's, like, completely dark in here, right, if we turn off night vision. So it's not, you know, actually going to be that bright. But we got to go in here and fill in all these little holes. I'm not sure if they're in a bunch of spots or not, but they're fairly easy to tell where they are, especially if night vision. Well, it's dark outside, but if it was light outside, it'd be a lot easier to tell. But we'll go ahead and fill in the last little bit of this. Really not too bad. This area is like so flat. That's going to have to change a little bit. We'll go back in there and we'll fix it. It's really not too hard. I actually thought this was going to be like super difficult because it was bigger, but I think it's actually easier because it's bigger. Doesn't really make any sense, but it ends up being that way, I guess. So like for there, we'll break that, right? That's okay. It's okay if there's some flat spots. I'm not like too concerned about that. Over here, you know, I feel like it just needs a little bit more right there. That's good. And then the point has got to be a little bit like more dramatic on this. Just because it's so big. It's like, got to be like, you know, like a decent sized point down here. Something like that. Over here already looks pretty good. Yeah, that looks pretty sweet, dude. Okay, cool. And now it's just the fixed stage. We'll just go around and we'll break a few things that look odd here and there. Not too bad. It's actually not a lot compared to the other ones, which is funny. Seeing how this one is so much bigger. Yeah, I mean, just like a few things that honestly need to be fixed. Like here, like I said, we're going to rough it up a little bit because it looks a little bit flat on this side. Not a big deal at all. Just go back in with a few blocks. Whoa! My shift key is not working. In fact, it was pushing me the wrong way. Okay, there we go. Fixed it a little bit over there. Now here it looks a little odd. It's like it's not thick enough over here or something. I don't know how to describe it, but like this needs a little bit of something here. Like that. Okay, that looks good to me. Wow, I'm surprised. This is like not had that much stuff at all. This is like a little bit square, so we'll take a few out of there. Easy peasy. Just kind of like how that's like a little bit rough right there already. That obviously, that should just be removed. Easy peasy. And then here and here. And I think we're in a pretty good position. I'm sure you could look at it like all day and find little things here and there that just need to be fixed. But if I can't like immediately find them, then it's probably good. Look at that, dude. I'm kind of proud of us for doing this one. This was a big one for sure. Oh, and then there's just like a few more. Maybe break that. Is there any more holes that we can see? It kind of makes it easy, like if you look at it from the bottom up. Yeah, dude, that's pretty sick, okay? That's like actually pretty sick. You gotta admit, that's pretty cool. All right, so now we're gonna do the same sort of treatment. We're gonna take the fence. Obviously, it's in a much bigger scale this time. And look, the night is shining, or the sun is shining on this day. We're definitely going to have room to do a bunch of fancy stuff up here, so we're just going to take out all this stuff anyways. Probably should have... Oh, you know, no, we could have a little pond up here. I mean, we definitely have enough room. We might have to move this thing. I don't know. It's in kind of an awkward spot. Like, if we build... I guess we could build an island here. It's just like, it's almost like two on... No, it's not two on top of that one. Maybe we'll move it over a little bit or something. I don't know. We'll figure that one out. That one's kind of a mystery to me right now. I don't really have anything too like planned out for that one quite yet. I do like the machine that's on it, but it wouldn't be like impossible to move that machine entirely, like build another one. It didn't take that long, and especially if I already have one in one place on the map, it'll be pretty easy to build. I'll just fly over there and be like, oh, yep, this goes here. This isn't working because of X, Y, Z. It'll be pretty easy. Okay. So we got the fence there, and then you know the drill. Make it look a little bit alive. This one we're going to have to do too wide. Look at that. Oh, see, look, sometimes it grows them in like very dense formations. It's really interesting how that works. We're probably going to have to also like get some more bone meal. So wait, did we put stuff in here? I don't remember. No, we grabbed the bone meal out of there. So we can go to our sugarcane farm. Also, has this thing produced anything? Just materials I've dropped down here. Have you produced anything? 9 cactus. Okay, cool. So it's actually working. I'm surprised. No, I mean, I'm not surprised that it's working because, of course, it works. You know, I knew that design would work. Just going to go ahead and do that because it's just so loud. And luckily, bone meal is also super easy to get, right? So you just go to the sugarcane farm, use Fortune 3. Easy peasy. I keep all the farms, like, even though we're not really like farming sugarcane a whole lot. It's really good for bone meal. Like really good. I was asking people in chat, like, how you guys getting all the bone meal? How you getting all the bone meal? Our inventory is completely full. Let's go empty some stuff. Wow, this... We'll have to remove that. Again, that's good. Just going to be there for cactus, okay? It's not going to be a permanent fixture on our island, I swear to you. Woody! Always end up pressing that. Is there anything... We probably don't need, like... We don't need 34 mud slabs. We have so many already. We don't need all those. Polished tough slabs, probably not. And then a couple tough there. Just because I want to get more of the sugarcane that I mined into my inventory. And go ahead and just volume back up. Usually I'll edit it down, but it's honestly, it's kind of easier if I just do it like that. It takes like 2 seconds. Because there's sometimes I'll like forget to make things quiet and then they're super loud and then I feel bad for everyone's ears because, you know, thousands of people are watching and now their ears are blown out and I'm like, man, I feel kind of bad. Just do this and go down there. We'll get more island warps eventually, but for now, okay, so do this. I'm so sorry. I feel bad for your ears. That's one thing. It's just like super unnecessarily loud. I guess because it's doing 9 things at once or something, I guess. I don't know, but this does give you bone meal like very quickly, and that should probably honestly already be enough. Potentially, we'll see. But this does make it look nice and alive. And it also gives the moss a little bit of variation. Like in terms of having, you know, like carpet, right? Instead of it being completely flat is what I'm trying to say that I just totally butchered. So instead of it being totally flat, you get a little bit of variation, which is nice. Honestly, since this is so big, it would be kind of useful to do a little something like this. Like that. Yeah, just so it feels like it's a little bit more encapsulated in a way. Not like that necessarily. Honestly, feels a little bit better. Did this one flare in? Kind of went out and end like that. Does it matter? I think that looks fine. Okay. And then we're going to grow some trees. Now, hopefully do not grow into this beautiful castle. Is it on the inside at all? Okay, well, we'll break the leaves on the inside. And, you know what? It doesn't look bad, so we'll leave it. That one is beautiful. That's perfect. Yes. Okay, this one. I mean, it grew towards the roof, but it still honestly looks fine. Yes, away from the castle. Thank you so much. Oh, already out of bone meal. But this should be finished with the, it's also just like super quick. Look at that. 37 more bone meal. That is amazing. Like it really is. I don't want to grow that one actually. That one. And then that one. Oh, it grew towards the castle. It's fine. It looks good. It looks like it's on a floating island, which is kind of the goal here. Okay, well that looks this whole thing turned out so much better, right? So now we can like walk around. Like we literally have a floating island that's totally not completely hollow underneath. Don't look at that. It's not hollow. A completely floating island. Why can I not put the moss block here? That's not a moss block. That's probably why. So that makes sense. Look at this. Look at this. Take a moment of appreciation. I'd love if you guys would come on and check this out. I think it looks pretty good. Now, you're probably asking yourselves, well, Neo, you did this on all the little auxiliary things, right? So you have all these 3, like floating islands or whatever. What about your main island? Okay, so here's the thing. We can't really fit a floating island under there. We can't fit one under there. And then we definitely can't fit one under there. And then the bamboo, like, that's a whole different story. Like, I don't really know. I was, like, thinking, okay, well, we could bring these walls down into here for support, right? And then bring these walls down into there for support, like in the corners, and take out like 1 or 2 trees, and then bring those down. But I don't know about that, right? Like I don't realistically think for our main castle, like that's one thing, but for these guys, like they're floating islands, right? Also, how dark does this make this down here now? So it definitely darkens it up a little bit. It definitely darkens it up. So definitely put on night vision when you're here. But yeah, I'm gonna think on that. I think I'm gonna obviously I'm gonna be taking a break, so I'm gonna be on vacation for 2 weeks, but maybe that's what we'll end up doing. I don't know, but at least to give myself the chance to remember that that's what we might do, I'm going to like go here and I'm going to do it on one of them just so that I kind of remember, because otherwise I'm afraid I'll just like completely forget. And it makes us lose a little bit of efficiency with our farms, but let's be honest, guys, that's not a big deal. Like it's you know, it's a little bit of sugar cane. I'm not concerned. It'll be fine. But something like this, you know, maybe that would make the castle feel like it's more supported. I don't know. This is one of those things where I'm gonna look to the comments for answers on this. Now, obviously, you know, this would go down to here, and then this corner, we would go in here, and we would do kind of the same thing. Like, I didn't take enough tough brick. Oh, I just don't want to look at that. It looks so bad. It's just chilling there, man. It's just, you know, being a cactus farm, doing what cactus farms do, cactusating or whatever. But anyways, this one would go like, you know, down to, maybe it would need to be a little bit thicker. No, it should be fine here. Right? So this one would go down. Let me just like build it in that way. And this is pretty easy to undo if we decide like, nah, this isn't for us. Like this is not something that's going to be too difficult. So I'm going to just break all this out just so that we have the room here. And this would go all the way down. We don't have to necessarily get it all the way down right now, but something like this. Let me finish this real quick. Okay. So something like that. So this castle will go down to here. This one would go down to here. And then this one would, you know, go down again to there. And then if we build a layer below this one, have like big supports in the corners. Obviously, we would like, you know, texture them or something. But maybe that's what we'll do. I don't know. This is one of those things where give me your feedback. And then at the bottom, whenever we're, quote, done with the farms, we'd build a giant island at the bottom. And then we'd have like this big basic like castle tower structure thing. And then like a bunch of like floating kind of like mystical little paths, little like pads you can jump between of moss, like little miniature islands to jump between all the islands. I don't know. That's kind of my like initial thoughts here. That's like my initial thoughts. But I think so far this is turning out to be the best island I have ever built in a Skyblock server. This looks crazy to me. Thank you guys for watching today's episode. I do appreciate your patience between the timing of these episodes. I feel like this is more like healthy anyways. I don't want to try to make videos every single day. I feel like that's just not a good idea, but I'm still active on the server every day. So, but yeah, I should be back from vacation in like 2 days after this video goes live, something like that. But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. Let's go ahead and do IS permissions. I don't know. Maybe my island was open to the public this whole time. Nope, it was not. Everyone come say goodbye to the episode and come check out the builds I did today. Floating islands, which I guess everything's a floating island in Skyblock, but secret code for today's episode is going to be 8933. So put that down in the comments below if you want to show me that you watched the entirety of today's video. Again, secret code 8933. And the sun sets on another wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you come on and check RainyDay out. We got 418 people on right now, so thank you guys. That's a lot of people when everyone's like super duper busy with the holidays and stuff, so I really appreciate you guys. I hope you know that. Let's see. What are the thoughts? What are people thinking? We got quite a few people teleporting here. Bruh. Let's go. Interesting. But yeah, these are pretty sick. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye. Oh, I love the way these look.